Do we have a new rivalry in Major League Soccer? Because I think for a long time, the matchup between the Philadelphia Union and New York City FC has always been a little bit, there's been, it's been heated.
Well, let's start with, this is organic because of what you're saying.
Yes.
Things have happened where both teams have had to play each other with a high amount of stakes.
There's history now,
bro,
between these two clubs.
And there's clearly, you could see from the thumbnail, which for those of you listening, it's Brujo giving 2 middle fingers to the NYCFC fans, but with a smile on his face.
He's happy. It's a little confusing.
I don't think he knows what the middle finger means.
Is there something lost in translation
he
here?
Waving in his native way of doing it.
He's like, in my language, this means huevos.
Yeah. Bro, I'm saying hello to R in a positive way.
So yes, if I gotta put this photo on the screen, by the way. So if anybody hasn't seen it, I should have prepared a little bit.
Just a little bit. We're about to get fired, fam.
When I did this, let me see if I can get this working correctly and quickly.
But let's talk about this because Philly, for a long time, MLS has tried to manufacture, and maybe it wasn't MLS, maybe it was Philly, but Philly is like trying to find someone to beef with, you know?
Yeah.
Like Red Bull, it didn't exactly happen. Red Bull already had DC United, which they hate. There's a long history there, and now NYCFC seems to be their newest rival.
Right.
And Philly was like, nobody wants to fight me, DC ain't really messing with them. Rebel wasn't really messing with them. They never really tried to manufacture with NYCFC, but it sprung up on its own.
It happened, and I think obviously after the playoff game, the COVID disaster that they had, that Philadelphia Union, they pretty much 11 players.
I thought it was 9.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
2, but they barely had enough players to field the team, and it was a lot of kind of second team guys, and NYCFC ended up winning that game 2-1.
Right, which is why like a lot of Red Bull fans will be like, oh, how many players did you guys have out with COVID? Like they're always using the COVID thing, as like trying to, I guess, mock us for winning something they've never won.
right.
Even when you guys were playing against accountants, you didn't win it. Even when you had Thierry Henry, my favorite player of all time, you didn't win it.
Okay.
But I guess we played one team that had a couple of players coughing, and I guess that's it's an issue. Yeah, we're ripe for being made fun of here.
So here's the photo. If you haven't seen it. Clearly. I mean, it's pretty wild. It's a wild photo.
You could have just clicked on the.
I couldn't. Yeah, I'll explain later.
Okay.
But it didn't work very easily.
Bing it, dude.
So I mean, this is pretty incredible. I've never seen anything like this. I wonder if this will lead to some sort of punishment.
I hope not.
I honestly, look, I know he's giving the middle finger to NYCFC fans, but I have a feeling. Because we can't see the other side of the photo. I feel like a couple NYCFC fans are probably returning the gesture.
Reciprocation. I'm positive of it. I also saw a lot of the NYCFC fans who traveled post pictures of them giving the middle finger to.
It's Philly.
First of all, that is how you say hello.
That's how they say hello in Philadelphia, okay?
But you know how your mother walks in to a funeral, you'll bug everybody here, and they're like, oh, okay, the mother's here. Show some respect.
Thank you. Take off your caps, everybody.
Okay. Sorry, Padre, you blessed me. This is a Philly. I think that's why there's a smile. He's not throwing batteries at the fans.
Correct, right. So there's some improvement.
We've made some progress as a culture.
So, look, I don't know if he'll get in trouble for that. If he does or doesn't, whatever, it is what it is.
I would say 9 out of 10 things that MLS will punish either a player or a club or a coach for are things that fans want to see. Every once in a while, there's 1 or 2 things we're like, we did not want that. But for the most part, it's like, you made a funny meme, you're getting in trouble. Everyone's like, but notice how we're enjoying ourselves here?
Right. This definitely adds to the lore of what this matchup is becoming. Look, NYCFC now has lost 2 in a row to Philadelphia Union. NYCFC do not want to lose to Union. They're obviously a good team, a strong team, especially
they're a very good team
in the Eastern Conference.
And look, their coach, Jim Curtin, friend,
the homie. I mean, we did the roast video with the Philadelphia Union. A lot of love, but there's something, when for those 90 minutes, I'm just like, all right, we ain't friends anymore.
He wants to beat us, right? We want to beat him, but then after that, it's all love.
Exactly.
During the 90 minutes, no bueno, right? But I do want to say that it seems like we are developing a fun rivalry, a rivalry that, you know, has some kind of stickiness to it. Like, but it's not the same as the NYCFC New York Red Bull rivalry. That one feels like the players genuinely get upset when they lose to each other. Like, they don't want to lose to each other. There's like a level of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Where the one against Philly, it seems like it's fun to want to beat them. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, it seems like the players enjoy it more. Other than the physios. The physios seem to not enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a physio get red carded?
I have never seen that in my life. But yeah, I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about in this game, this was pretty surreal. I forgot the guy's name. Rich something?
I don't know.
I forgot. Please, someone in the chat, please put the physio's name. But if you didn't see this, this was
Justin Verber said. Also, Union have the toughest dude in athletic training.
I forgot his name. I think it's Paul Rushing. Paul Rushing. Thank you, Justin.
That's right, Paul Rushing.
So this dude. I mean, and this is as far as physios go.
Yeah,
this dude. I thought this dude should be wearing, Hell's Angels
Aren't you supposed
leather.
to be mending the player, not injuring them?
The dude is a unit.
He's like, let's get physio. Like, no, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand.
Let's get physio. Okay. You ain't gonna hear that on Extra Time. I'll tell you that much.
Them boys ain't talking about this. At least not in this way. Name me one time they brought up yogurt, eggs, and a cat. Not once.
So he's obviously who is it?
Wearing a luchadores mask. This physio, bro. He came.
Julian Carranza gets an elbow. Not a soft elbow, but he got hit. Maxime Chanot.
I missed like the 85th minute on.
Oh,
that
yeah,
seems
yeah.
to be when everything happened.
This game was like every NBA playoff game where the last 4 minutes, literally everything happened.
Can we just fast forward to that? So I happened to miss that. I was in the middle of performing, and I'm like, I can't watch this part. I come back, and I'm like, how did we lose?
Right.
You know? And I'm like, wait, red cards?
Right.
Who's this guy?
So he was performing stand-up. It was very vague. You were like, cool. I was in the middle of performing. I
was on the pole. I can't keep watching this. I need both hands. So what caused it? Because I saw the injury. I saw the guy on the floor holding his face.
Carranza, Chanot went up. It went 50-50 ball. Carranza didn't really jump. He didn't jump for the ball. He got an arm to the side of the face. It didn't seem that severe, but it definitely caused for making sure he was okay. So then, when he's on the ground, Cacho Acevedo is like trying to, NYCFC I think they had already just scored. They're trying to get the game going, or maybe they were trying to score. I don't remember exactly what time this happened. But he's basically telling Carranza, like, yo, get up. Like, how it always happens.
What you're supposed to do.
But he got very close while he got a bit close to Paul, what is it? Rushing. Paul Rushing's face. He went to yell at Carranza.
Like, tell your mans to get up.
But he's like, you're all right. You're too close, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he pushed Cacho out of the way. That seemed to be.
That sparked everything.
That's why. And then
all the highlights I saw wasn't cutting to that. It was just showing Paul Rushing being held back.
Right. So Nicolas Acevedo gets there. Rushing pushes him away. I don't know if that is that enough for a red card. I assume so. I mean,
physio's not there.
Yeah. To put his hands on the player.
Be mushing dudes.
So that's what led to the scuffle.
And then what was it? Amundsen is like telling one of the Philly players like chill, and the Philly player just shoves him.
Yeah.
And he was like, why are you pushing?
Yeah. And then
I just love. He was like, what was that?
Tati and
Tati doing what Tati
and Brujo kind of they hug it out in that moment. But there was clearly some sense of. This is the contentiousness. The contention is there.
It's ready to boil over.
Right.
None of it seems
it's not like
ill-willed. You know what I mean?
No. It's not like I don't think the teams have a lack of respect for each other.
What it is? It's like two of the best heavyweights.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the match, they like, oh, that was a good one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But during it is heated.
Yeah, because for the most part, look, Philadelphia Union hadn't really beaten NYCFC, especially at at Yankee Stadium. They hadn't beaten them at all until earlier this season.
Right.
So most of the time, if the Union are playing the NYCFC, they're probably either they're not going to get a win for the most part.
Right.
But these last two games, something's changing where they're especially in that first half, NYCFC the Union made NYCFC look like a bad team.